Here's number 45. First of all, the power needs to be distributed to, needs to consider, it's an odd, you don't have to think about the negative part, it's just odd, so that negative is going to stay there. Then it's going to distribute to the 4, which is to the 1 power, so it'll be a negative 4 to the negative 1. And then here it's going to distribute and affect the 2, making it x to the negative 2. Then it's also going to distribute here and to the 2. So every element needs to receive that negative 1. And so what that's going to do is, as I said, the 1's going to affect the negative by just keeping it there. As we said before, an odd power makes the negative stay there. And then 4 to the negative 1, that's this interacting with that. Negative 1 times the 2 is going to be a negative 2. And that takes care of the top part of the fraction. Now the negative 1 distributes itself to that, and making it 2 to the negative 1. And then negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So everything that has a negative exponent needs to take a ride in the elevator. So let's rewrite this. This gets to stay here. This element has to move. This one needs to move. This one needs to move. So these are going to switch places. This is going to go down. That'll stay there. So we end up, these both come down, but that goes up. So what's going to end up on top will be this one, 2, and now it's to the positive 1, so we don't need to write, if it's a 1 power of 1, we don't have to write it. So that went up. This comes down, so 4. This comes down, so it's going to be, wait a minute, this was already there, and now this, we can bring it down. So these two can be combined to x to the 3rd. And the 2 and the 4, this is like a 2/4, which is really a 1/2. We can write it as 1 over 2x to the 3rd. And there we go.